Shalawam, sisters. Before I even get started, first and foremost, let me give all, look, I'm trying to catch my breath. That's why I said, because I just ran up all these steps. Y'all, look, first and foremost, I want to give all honor and glory to Yahweh Shemi Hawashai. Man, it's been a tough pregnancy. That's why I haven't really been posting any videos. I've just been trying to just feel better. But, the Most High do what he want to do, I'm not complaining. Whatever is brought upon thee, take thee cheerfully. So, that's how I've been handling the situation. I had one moment, and after I had one I had one pregnancy moment, and I was like, oh my gosh, like my house is a mess. What am I going to do? Like I was feeling bad because I kept meditating on the scripture about, how it's beautiful in the eyes of the Most High for a woman to have her house in order. And I was like, look, I'm sitting here, I felt bad afterwards because I'm like, look, I'm supposed to be cheerful in all the states. And I just had that little moment and I was feeling bad, y'all. But, I feel a lot better. I have my moments. All praise to the Most High. But, yeah, I was feeling bad. Whenever the Most High bring you to a lower state, you got to thank the Most High. You can't, ain't nothing to, sometimes we let, especially when you're pregnant, but sometimes, we might let our emotions get the best of us and have a moment and stuff like that. But you just got to hurry up and get back to reality. Be like, look, all right, well, life goes on, you know what I mean? But anyway, y'all, today's video is about, sisters been asking me, because, the Day of Atonement is coming up, sometime next month. So, sisters have been asking me, oh, is it okay? Do you think it's okay for me to fast while I'm pregnant? Have you ever fasted while you was pregnant? And I have. I've like, first and foremost, I want to say, always talk to your husband about it. You know what I'm saying? Talk to your husband about it. Talk to, pray and fast to the Most High about it. But I fast I fast for the Day of Atonement. Now, am I going to sit down and fast while I'm pregnant? No, I'm not. I know some women do, but the only reason why I say I'm not is because if I feel like if I ever need anything, I'll get my husband to do it for me. So I'll get my husband to fast for me because, we're one flesh. So, like, hey, I'm not feeling good about this, that, and the third. Do you mind fasting for me? So, but if you want to fast while you're pregnant and you feel like you can do it, go ahead. Just stay hydrated the day before. If you really feel like you need a spiritual cleanse, stay hydrated the day before. And that's what I did for the Day of Atonement. Last year for the Day of Atonement, I had like watermelon. I had a lot of water vegetables like watermelon, cucumbers, stuff like that, just to stay hydrated. Drink a whole bunch of water. I remember the whole Day of Atonement, I laid down in bed and I was just going over scriptures and studying, and I only got up when I had to go to the bathroom. And it was a lot of times I had to go to the bathroom. But I was fine afterwards, and I remember feeling like this rewarding feeling, like I did something, I accomplished the Day of Atonement, and I didn't make any excuses as to why I couldn't do it. I didn't use me being pregnant as an excuse as to why I couldn't do it. And some sisters might have high-risk pregnancies and stuff like that, or the doctors might say, oh, you can't do it, but at the end of the day, I feel like that's putting your trust in man. And what's the point of saying that you have faith if you feel like you can't make it through one day without eating something for 24 hours? You know what I'm saying? It's not that hard. A lot of us, or especially me, but a lot of us grew up where you ain't always have food in the refrigerator, so you can fast, you can hold it down and fast for the Day of Atonement if you're pregnant. You know what I mean? You gotta ask the Most High to give you strength. The Most High will sustain you. Just make sure you hydrated and make sure you taking care of yourself. As far as my kids, my son fasted last year for the Day of Atonement. He was 2. This year he's 3. My daughter, last year she was I can't even remember how old she was, but I just know I was nursing her. So she didn't fast because she was still a baby. She was drinking breast milk, but she didn't drink any food. She was drinking breast milk, but she didn't eat any food. But even my cat fasted. Even my cat fasted, and now we got a dog. So everybody fasting on the Day of Atonement. Understand that. Even when you go into what's that book, y'all? I can't even think of the book. Ever since I got pregnant, it's like my memory has just been horrible. But in Nineveh, when Jonah had to, do I have something in my eye? I don't know. But when Jonah had to declare that fast in Nineveh, remember the animals, they put sackcloth on the animals, and the animals fasted too. So, you know, my animals, if the animals can fast, you know, your child can fast. So, I mean, why not? You know, I haven't seen anywhere in the scriptures where it doesn't say that a child can't fast. But, you know, that's up to you and your husband. At the end of the day, whatever your husband says goes. If he don't want your child fasting for whatever reason, you're just going to have to listen to him. But as for my household, and I know a couple other sisters that said their children fasted last year too. Yeah, he was fine. My son was fine. My cat, you know, he was crying, doing his meow, meow. He was crying, you know, but he made it through too. Like everybody's going to be fine at the end of the day. That's one day without having food. That's one day, you know, for your kid not having, you know, nothing to eat. And that's a very spiritual day. That's a day where, you know, the Most High is really, you know, looking and observing, seeing who's going to keep that day. So you got to really be mindful and try to keep it to the best of your ability, even if you are pregnant. It's not hard to sustain from water and from food for 24 hours. And for my son, I remember, look, what did he eat? I don't remember what he ate the day before, but I know that he was hydrated. Everybody was hydrated. We was watered up. He ate good the day before. Everybody was fine. He had like a small little breakdown, like literally right before the sun went down. And that was pretty much it. So this year, everybody's doing it. Everybody's doing it over here, Lord willing. Yeah, you know, if you want to fast while you're pregnant, and you know that you can do it, and you have faith in Yahweh Shemi Hawashai that He can put the strength on you and the spirit for you to do it, then go ahead and do it. The Most High, what's the point of having faith? Like I said, what's the point of having faith if you feel like, oh, just because you're pregnant, you can't keep it? You know what I mean? You can do it. That's the scripture say you can do all things through Hamashiach Yahushai. And He strengthens us. So it's not hard. You know what I mean? So that was the part 1 of this video. The part 2 is, it's something that I've just been seeing going on. It's sisters teaching on social media. You know, the scriptures was written aforetime for our learning. So when it said that when it says that I suffer a woman not to teach, it's in there for a reason. I see sisters literally doing, like, if you watch my videos, Salakia, but if you watch my videos, like I always say, I don't never go into, okay, y'all, look, we're going to go into this Bible. I'm going to pull out, we're going to go into this definition, or I'm going to, you know, try to do a whole breakdown on a topic. Like, I don't, that's just, I feel like as women, the only thing that you really should be teaching is what Titus said, teach the younger women to be sober, to love their husbands, to love their children, to not let the word of Yahweh Shem Yahweh be blasphemed, to do breakdowns, to do full-blown breakdowns on why you can wear pants, or why the 12 tribes are Negroes, or why, like, in-depth breakdowns that, first of all, they don't even be in-depth, but topics that you know are controversial, and to do them, and to literally, I've seen sisters do breakdowns on pants using one definition. It's beyond me. Seen sisters doing breakdowns on the 12 tribes are Negroes, and the rest of the tribes are in Africa, and the only tribe that was scattered was in Judah. That we gotta love the heathen, and be joined to them in love, but not in sin. What else did I see? is that? Oh, I seen that. We got a, dang, y'all, what did I see? It's so much crazy stuff out here that sisters be posting. Somebody posted, oh, that we got to flee America. No, Salaki, that we got to flee amongst the heathen and that the wilderness is in America. Just, just wild doctrines. And it's like, it's disappointing to see because you can lead people astray, especially, when you don't know what you're talking about, and even if you think you know what you're talking about, just sometimes you don't need to do breakdowns because you can lead people astray. Why would you want to be responsible as a woman for leading other people astray? You know what I'm saying? Just leave that up to the men that the Most High set up to teach. And as far as you trying to break down stuff, and as women, I feel like that's going off. To try to break down to other sisters why you can wear pants, to me, that's wicked as hell. That's going off. Try to do breakdowns and telling other sisters that, oh, you got to be joined to the heathen and love and stuff. You up here trying to tell, especially if the sister is married, you trying to tell married women false doctrines. I don't know, y'all. It's just a mess. I can't stand it. I can't stand when sisters try to go in and get in and try to get in depth and teach doctrines. Just do what you're supposed to do. Just do what Titus said. It's not hard. It's not hard. You can post a uplifting scripture. You can post. It's not easy to go into Psalms and pull out an uplifting scripture. It's not. Salakia. I didn't mean to say it's not easy. It's not hard to go into Psalms and post an uplifting scripture, or to try to uplift your people or to uplift your sisters. But as far as trying to do full blown breakdowns, that's just ridiculous. Let's be over here. Something. Yeah, it's really ridiculous. The scripture says, "I suffer a woman not to teach for a whole reason." All right. The flock of the Most High is of men. Oh, and I had a sister telling me that meant woman too. So I mean, like, look, now I'm the sister that's going to ask you what scripture is that, okay? I'll ask you what scripture that is. Every time I see something, not every time, sometimes I just be like, look, like the scripture say, let them alone, let the blind lead the blind, fall into a ditch. Sometimes when I had enough, if I see something ridiculous, I'll say, okay, now where's the scripture at? 9 times out of 10, nobody ever responds. Or they'll respond with 4 chapters and say, oh, you got to read 4 chapters. No, I'm asking for one scripture. Because, even if you are posting something, you have to be ready. Even if you are posting a scripture, any scripture at all, if you posting a scripture, you got to be ready to hold fast to that which is good, and be ready to give answer and prove all things, and you have to be ready to debate your cause. So if you posting stuff on social media, you talking to sisters and you trying to tell sisters that it's okay for them to do this, that, and the third. It's okay for you to do this on the Sabbath. It's okay for you to do this, or whatever the topic may be. And you can't even prove a scripture, that says that that's true. Then that really makes sisters out here being liars and false prophetess, just like how it's men out here that's false prophets. And I want to say, sisters, if y'all, when a sister had if y'all read Salaki, okay, I'm trying to get my thoughts together. If you see something on social media and you say, look, okay, yeah, I'm gonna read it. You read it and you like, oh, okay, yeah, I agree with that. I agree with that. Don't just agree with it just because somebody said it. You have to. You should say, all right, look, does this sit right with my spirit? Let me actually just go in and look at it. What scripture is that? It's not hard to ask a sister or somebody what scripture is that, especially if you don't have a husband at home. But if you have a husband, ask your husband, I seen this today. What do you think about this? Don't just be quick to agree with something. I seen a sister agree with the fact that you had to flee out of, that you had to find wilderness to stay in America, like all of America not going to get destroyed. Anyway, she was like telling sisters, yeah, you got to flee out of America, whatever. And what did the sister say? A sister underneath the comments said, yeah, I was telling my aunt about this, yeah, and And then when I had asked the sister for the scripture, she didn't have one, and the other sister liked what I posted, and she probably was like, dang, like, you know, you don't really have a scripture that says this. So, you know, and I'm like, look, you can't just be agreeing just because you heard somebody say it. It doesn't matter what the topic is. Always go over it with your husband, or try to pray and fast to Yahweh Shemi Hashai to put the spirit on you to have a sound doctrine, that you're just not out here having an itching ears, just believing everything you hear. You gotta have a spirit of discernment to do things wisely and say, okay, look, I seen this. Sometimes stuff should automatically, it's either going to sit right or not sit right with your spirit. That just depends on the spirit that Yahweh Shemi Hashai gave you. But if you see something's off, or if you feel like something is off, talk to your husband about it. If you don't have a husband, pray and fast to Yahweh Shemi Hashai for answers. Don't just be so quick to jump on a bandwagon and say, you wearing skirts and you see your sister say it's okay for you to wear pants, and you down for it just because you seen a 2-minute video of her talking about nothing or whatever, and now you just got led astray because you had itching ears. You got to hold fast to that which is good, and you can't let nobody take your crown in these last days. You got to really just stay grounded and rooted in what you believe in. Don't let somebody come and try to tell you anything contrary to what you really believe, especially if you know that there's scriptures to back it up, and that it's a sound doctrine, and that can't nobody come against it. And you know in your spirit that, look, you know, you got a husband, your husband telling you, look, do it, whatever your husband say, go at the end of the day. You know, unless he telling you to roast a damn pig on the Sabbath day and make some shrimp and some lobster. Look, that's going off, okay? But whatever your husband say goes at the end of the day. If he say, look, if you come to your husband and say, look, this sister made a video about wearing pants, and I don't know, can I wear pants? And he say, no, I'm gonna break it down to you. No, you cannot wear pants according to this scripture, that scripture, according to this definition. Look, the men was at war. Look, this, that, and the third. Whatever he says, you gotta listen to your husband. You can't be out here listening to just what a bunch of sisters say. Sisters be going off. That's why the scripture says, I suffer a woman not to teach. So just be aware of all the strange doctrines that's out here, and just try to keep your crown tight on your head, and don't let nobody snatch it away from you. But as far as the fasting, sister, while you're pregnant, if you feel like you can do it, do it. Do it. Ask the Most High to sustain you that day, especially for the Day of Atonement. Ask the Most High to give you strength, and that's an honorable thing to even do while you're pregnant. You know, it's a rewarding feeling to do. So, you know, I say go ahead and do it. Most High make a way for you to not even feel hungry on that day. You never know. I don't know. But anyway, y'all, I got to go in and finish washing these clothes. I got like 17 loads of clothes to wash. So I got to go in here and do what I got to do. But hopefully this helps some sisters. Lord willing, you know, the better I feel, the more I'll make more videos. And that's pretty much it. If y'all got any topics or anything y'all want me to talk about, just drop a comment. Let me know. Cause I don't like to rush. I don't like to just put a video out there. I always want my videos to just be something that's like sitting on my spirit, or so it can be sincere. I don't want to just make a video about anything, and I don't know. It just got to be something that's like on my mind, or, you know, sitting on my spirit or whatever. So, and I like doing videos when y'all ask me questions. So anyway, y'all, I'm gonna stop rambling. I gotta go get my house in order. Love y'all. Stay strong in the spirit. Don't let nobody snatch your crown from you. Don't be listening to no sisters out here teaching false doctrines, you know, doing full-blown breakdowns. Look, you don't have time for that. No. All right? We don't got time for that, okay? We're getting close to the end, all right? Love y'all. Stay strong in the spirit. Shalawam. Oh, and I want to give all honor and glory to Yahweh Shemi Hashai. Shalawam.